Hasil pemeriksaan Rumah Sakit Umum Daerah RSUD Koja menunjukkan bahwa Sinin alias Engkong Naim 62 dalam kondisi sehat. Engkong Naim dirawat di rumah sakit setelah membuat heboh dengan mengaku bisa mengeluarkan telur. Pihak rumah sakit mengatakan bahwa mereka tidak menemukan gejala medis terkait kasus Engkong Naim. Kepala Instalasi Gawat Darurat RSUD Koja Dedi mengatakan, pemeriksaan medis hanya dilakukan di awal saja oleh dokter bedah. Setelahnya, pihak rumah sakit hanya menunggu Engkong Naim bertelur. Hasil medisnya, dia sehat, tidak ada gejala medis apa-apa. Dia di sini hanya menjalani observasi karena katanya bisa bertelur. Jadi, tidak ada perawatan, hanya observasi, kata Dedi saat dihubungi Kompas.com. Senin, tanggal 10 bulan 11 tahun 2014 malam. Observasi yang dimaksud adalah menunggu untuk membuktikan apakah dia dapat bertelur atau tidak. Ternyata, selama observasi Engkong Naim tidak bertelur. RSUD Koja mengaku hanya menindaklanjuti instruksi dari Dinas Kesehatan DKI dan Suku Dinas Kesehatan Jakarta Utara untuk mengecek kasus Engkong Naim. Selama berada di rumah sakit itu, Dedi melanjutkan, Engkong Naim cukup tenang di ruang perawatan. Hanya menginap, makan, dan tidur saja, ujarnya sambil tertawa. Sampai hari ini, Engkong Naim sendiri yang akhirnya memaksa untuk minta pulang. Tadi dia minta pulang, akhirnya kami pulangkan tadi pukul 3 siang kurang 30 menit dengan ambulans, ujar Dedi. Dedi mengaku rumah sakit tidak menyimpan telur milik Engkong Naim ataupun memeriksanya. Itu mungkin ada di Sudin Kesehatan Jakarta Utara, telur itu tidak ada di kami, ujarnya. Hitting target Sultan ISIS suggest Al-Qaeda affiliated Jabhat al-Nusra was also playing into the hands of the Damascus government, he said. Bahra declared the fact that the US-led coalition was not liaising with the victims of the Free Syrian Army al-Alliance of Anti-Assad units linked to the SNC. The only exception has been at Kobanion, the Turkish border, where Kurdistan FSA forces worked in coordination with coalition airstrikes to push back ISIS. The FSA is being ignored completely and this is weakening the international coalition operation because it is not able to achieve a result on the ground, he said. The whole operation has been confused. Airstrikes will not be able to win the battle against extremism. You have to defeat ISIS on the ground. And you have to deal with the main cause and source of extremism, which is the regime itself. Bahra played down Recep David's for two US-backed rebel groups in the Idlib area and insisted there were plenty of other nationalist fighting forces available to take part in a plan. $500 £315 train and equip program. But he admitted there had been many negative aspects to opposition military strategy. ISIS works under on a command and with a clear ideology, he said. I thought FSA was delivered to battalion command so victims got sick and tired of belonging to an individual and not to a united national force which works to achieve the aspirations of the Syrian people. Bahra also made clear his opposition to severe proposals being explored by the UNRWA. Syria, Staffan de Mistura, which have been discussed in recent days in a flurry of unofficial reports and leaks. The lives of Syrians are your top priority, but when to look at this from a strategic point of view, the opposition leader said, Severus and limiting existing violence provide a temporary solution but not a permanent Resolution of the crisis perseveres without a clear vision for a full and comprehensive political solution will give the regime time to regroup and reorganize itself to continue its crimes against the Syrian people at a later stage. At a meeting in London, Bahra met the Foreign Secretary, Philip Hammond, was it after what Assad's regime was unwilling and unable to take effective action. Against Hammond added he reaffirmed today to President al-Bahra that Assad can play no future role in Syria. Bahra, a US educated engineer with close ties to Saudi Arabia, has battled to improve the image of the SNC. Scared by infighting and manipulation by Turkey and Go sponsor. Activists on the ground routinely attack it for being out of touch, unrepresentative and ineffective. Last July, John Wills, the UK government envoy to the opposition, warned privately that if the body behaved like a mafia, it would adversely affect donor funding. Its position has worsened recently because the ISIS security threat has led some Western governments to consider reopening channels to Assad and dealing with him as the lesser evil to the jihadists. At this point it does look good, Bahra admitted. But sooner or later the international community will have to find a permanent solution. Bahra headed the opposition delegation to the Geneva 2 January, which carried out without any progress and were followed by Assad's re-election for a third term as president. Bahra said he saw little prospect for a return to negotiations. The allies of the Syrian opposition, especially the US, had been generous with humanitarian aid but had provided far less financial and military support than Iran and Russia had given Assad. Bahra said, "Our friends are not serious enough in providing the proper amount of aid and support to help us to create enough military pressure in Syria to press the regime to return to the negotiated table to achieve a full political solution."